Hello everyone. Hope you remember that we were discussing the general features of a cell. As we said, cell is the fundamental and structural unit of life. Now let us look at the structure of a eukaryotic cell. All eukaryotic cells have the following three features: plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Now, this is a plant cell, and you can see a cell wall outside the cell. The cell wall is non-living rigid covering that separates the cell contents from the surrounding and gives a shape and protection to the plant cell. But cell wall is present in only plant cells. The plant cell wall is mainly composed of cellulose. Now let us take a closer look at the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is a living membrane that is made of lipoproteins, that is lipids and proteins. It is a selectively permeable membrane, which means it allows or permits the entry and exit of some materials in and out of the cell. Let us now see the different ways by which substances move in and out through the plasma membrane. There is a spontaneous movement of gases like carbon dioxide or oxygen across the cell membrane by a process called diffusion. The movement occurs from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. The movement of solvent molecules or water molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration is called osmosis. Let us see what happens when a cell is placed in salt solution. There are three things that can happen now. Let's see each of them. If the medium surrounding the cell has a higher water concentration than the cell will gain water by osmosis and swells up. Such type of solution is called hypotonic solution. In the second case, if the medium has exactly the same water concentration as the cell, there will be no net movement. That is, water crosses the cell membrane in both directions, but the amount going in is same as the amount going out. So there is no overall movement of water. Such type of solution is called isotonic solution. Now in case 3, when the medium is having lower water concentration than the cell will lose water by osmosis. Such a solution is known as hypertonic solution. When a plant cell loses water through osmosis, there is a shrinkage or contraction of the contents of the cell away from the cell wall. This phenomenon is known as plasmolysis. Now let us look at the next important structure of a cell, that is the nucleus. Nucleus is the control center of the cell. The nucleus has a double-layered nuclear membrane which has pores to allow the transfer of materials in and outside the nucleus. The nucleus contains chromosomes which are visible as rod-shaped structures only when the cell is about to divide. Chromosomes contain information for inheritance from parents, and it is made up of deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA and protein. The functional segments of DNA are called genes. The nucleus controls the cell division or cellular reproduction. It also controls the cell development. The fluid content present between the plasma membrane and the nucleus is called the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm, along with the nucleus, together forms the living content of the cell, and it is called the protoplasm. Cytoplasm is a clear, thick, jelly-like material with water, organic compounds, and organelles.